What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. After Sound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. This video is also brought to you by two things. Since we don't do any sponsorships here on the channel, I'll show them out real quick. The first is my music, which is available anywhere you stream music under the name After Sound, and the second is a new podcast I just launched called Chasing Infinity. It is myself and ChatGPT as we dive into a wide range of topics, so check it out. Links in the description below, and I appreciate the support. Okay, guys, I was thinking ahead to land 1.75, and I know we are at least 2+ months away from land 1.75 hitting us. And, you know, the main thing that's going to be out there is the new resources, right? So I wanted to see what the potential economic impact of that would be because I was getting excited. But as you'll see when we go through the numbers here, it's not as large as I was hoping. So I just want to share it with you guys. Well, I'll share some thoughts at the end, and then I'm very curious to hear your feedback on this. So you can see here that we only have one LP right now with a resource, right? I'm not going to count vouchers, but DEC grain, we have about $26,000 in liquidity. So assuming that we get 3 other pools for, I believe it's like stone, iron, or ore, and wood, right? There's 3 other natural resources that they're going to introduce, and they're all at about the $26,000 range. We'll just round it to like $26,000, right? $26,000 worth of liquidity. This is how much DEC that they would consume. So I'm actually going to go over here and do the math in front of you guys. So let's see, we're going to do 13,000, right? So it's 26,000. Half of it is in DEC, the other half is in whatever resource. So 13,000 US dollars divided by, I don't know where DEC is at right now, but let's be conservative, right? So 0.0008 instead. So it's about 20% below its peg. So that would be, what is that? I wish this thing had 16.25 million DEC that it would lock up, right? And then we can multiply this by 3. And that would give us roughly 48,750,000. So we'll just say roughly 50 million DEC. Now, that is a lot smaller of an impact than I was anticipating. What could end up happening is maybe we see some of these other newer resources with higher volume end up being things that have higher liquidity, right? Maybe the rewards, the fees that are collected because of the higher volume ends up being better. So maybe some of them are a little bit higher. But when you think about it, 50 million DEC is the same. Let's phrase it this way. It's half of what we've been averaging so far on the Legends promo cards, not the auction one, but the Legends promo cards. I mean, and if you think about it, it's like we're doing over $1 million a day on the auction promo cards, if you want to factor that in. So it's like 50 of the auction promo cards. So it's a decent amount. I don't want to dismiss it, but it's also not, each of these Legends has come out and done, on average about 100 million. I think we're at like 330 million so far through 3 phases. This 3rd phase has been a little lagging, so that's brought the average down, but that's still like 110 million per phase. And we're talking about land 1.75 just being barely about 50 million. Now, the other part of this that we can calculate, although I don't anticipate it's going to be too high, is what is the volume going to be? How much is going to be burned every day, right? So let's just assume that the trade activity is going to be something similar. So you can see here, actually, you know what? Let's put it this way. The fees earned might be a better way to look at it. No, you know what? Let's do trading activity because fees earned might be for all time, it looks like. So let's just say 2,100, right? To make it nice and easy, we'll just round it. And then we'll multiply that by an additional 3, right? So let me go back over here and we're going to do 2,100 times 3. Now, keep in mind that is the volume, right? So what we want to do is only 5% of that is getting burned. So if we multiply, right, times 0.05, and then actually divide it by 30, because that's across 30 days. So divide that by 30. And then take this and divide this by 0.0008 once again, right? I hope my math is right. I mean, somebody double check me on this because I'm just doing it. I know I'm doing it on the fly, but the way that I'm viewing this is that we would be burning an additional like 13,000 DEC per day. Is that what it is? I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not going to be something crazy. And again, just so I can double check my own math here, if we're talking about $2,100 across 30 days, right? So let's clear this out. 2,100 divided by 30 days. That would be $70 worth of volume, right? I'm looking at the right thing here. Yeah, trading $70 worth of volume. Yeah, so you know what? It would be something very, very tiny. $70 worth of volume per LP, right? So multiply that by 3 since we're adding 3 new LPs. So it'd be $210. You multiply that by 0.05 because only 5% of that is getting burned. The other 5% is going to LP holders as part of their fees, and then 90% as part of the trade. So we're only talking about $10 worth of DEC, right? Or maybe not even DEC, but resources that get burned on the spot. So in looking at this, I bring all this up because it's like, okay, well, now I need to kind of temper my expectations for land. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, what's nice about this is that it will be ongoing. It could spur, right, second order effects of getting other land plots online if people feel like they're no longer self-sufficient or they want to, race for whatever research might offer. Or maybe the team, is able to sneak something in where research is a part of whatever, or they get the scarecrow idea and or some kind of consumable. Again, I'm just talking about not even necessarily in Q1, but, I should say midterm for land, right? Q2, Q3 of next year. So again, as we're looking at this and trying to figure out what kind of economic impact it is, it's just not that much. I mean, I'm talking about the fact that we want to burn through, I don't know, another like either burn or lock up in the Dow another 1 billion DEC. And sure, 50 million DEC is not an insignificant amount. That's about 5%, right? So, that's going to play into it, but it's not going to be the significant driver that I would say land 1.5 was, because when that went live, you saw that we didn't shoot up to it right away, but we went up eventually to like 1.5 billion DEC worth of land, DEC that was on land, right? Staked on land. Now, again, that could increase. We could see the LPs increase in value and in price and in quantity of tokens. But all in all, I just want to share these numbers with you to give us a little bit of a sobering look as to what we can expect with land coming up. Now, that being said, there's a bunch of other things that I think could be quite awesome. So I don't want to be dismissive and say like, oh, it's all, doom and gloom. I don't think that's the case at all. Obviously, Conclave Arcana is still going to be the biggest thing that comes out next year, or at least in the first half of next year. But land just isn't stacking up the way that I thought it was, and I figured I'd share the numbers with you. So if let me know, double check those numbers for me. Let me know if they look right. But as I said, it is what it is, and hopefully whatever they come out with land will be more of a surprise and delight type of thing, where it's more than what we're expecting and ends up being something that's really exciting, gets more land plots, up and online, requires more DEC, requires more, power cores to be purchased or whatever the case is. And it's an ongoing thing if they're able to get something that's actually implemented in gameplay that comes from land. But we'll have to wait and see. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.